Hey guys, Sean, Kayak Angler. Last time I did a quick video on two of my saltwater rod and reel go-to setups. This time I figured I'd do my top two freshwater go-to rod and reel setups. So hang on and we'll get to it. Alright, first up, I'm smoking a JR cigar, brand cigar. This is called the Dominicana Tradicion. Really nice cigar, nice and smooth. And I'm drinking Flying Fish Hot Fish IPA. Not bad. It's okay. I mean, I've had better IPAs, I've had worse, but this isn't bad. So, like I said, this is going to be my top two freshwater rod and reel setups. So let's get to it. First one, the reel is Bass Pro Shops Nitro Tournament Z. I think I paid like $50 for it. It's got nice rubberized handles on it. It's nice and smooth. I can cast anything from heavy jig right down to soft plastics, weightless. Main important thing to remember with bait casters is always set your reel up for each lure, especially if you're going from a really heavy lure, like I said, a jig, to a soft plastic, which is considerably lighter. Today I went out, didn't catch anything, but I was throwing a weighted like grub, and then right before that I was throwing a heavy jig. So once I tied this one on, I had to reset the reel for the lure I was casting. The rod is a 6'6" Shakespeare Agility. This was a combo from, I believe, Dick's. The reel didn't last that long. It lasted about a year, maybe a little longer. But I tried to repair it, but a lot of these cheaper reels, well, not this one, but the cheaper reels, you know, it's not really worth fixing. So I kept the rod, of course. This is one of my favorite rods, the split grip. I love the split grip. Feels better in my hand. It feels more balanced, especially with bait cast. With bait cast reels, like I said, this is 6'6". When I'm freshwater fishing, I don't mind using a 6'6". My other video, I told you, saltwater, I prefer at least a 7. Reason being is freshwater fish are generally a lot smaller, easier to horse and bring up to the boat. Whereas if you're hooking into a striper, it's not as easy. I tend to let the fish tell me where it wants to go. Freshwater, I tell the fish where I want it to go. But this is probably my favorite go-to setup. I've been fishing bait casters almost my whole life, but more so the past couple of years. I really turned to them. Next up, my favorite freshwater spinning combo. This is actually a rod that I built. It's from Mudhole. It's a CRB rod, CRB Custom Rod Builders, 6 foot. The reel is I don't even know really what it's called. It's like CB2200. It came from Mudhole. I bought the rod kit. Like I said, I built it. The kit cost me about $70, $75, and it came with the free reel. It's not a bad little reel. I've had this for a couple of years. It's really nice. I like throwing soft plastics with this. It's really nice. Although I do throw some heavier jigs, crankbaits, inline spinners with it, I prefer to throw the soft plastics with this. Now with this rod, I was gonna build it and maybe try to sell it, but I don't know if you can tell, this piece of cork here I actually put on backwards. It's hard to tell. I think you can maybe see there. So it was supposed to be contoured for the hand, but I put it on backwards. It's not bad, it's not uncomfortable. I can cast it all day long. It's just that it doesn't look right, and I really didn't want to sell it or give it to somebody even, because it's not built right. But anyway, I didn't mention it before, but I got braid on the bait caster, and I got braid on here too, both with a monofilament leader. Although this one is braid right to the lure. I ran out of leader and I had to tie on a new worm, and I didn't have any leader, so I went directly to braid. Usually I like to use a leader. But like I said, the baitcaster in this, my top two go-to freshwater rod and reel setups. Again, this is the split grip. Also with the spinning, I like the split grip. It feels nice in the hand, nice and balanced. You get better control that way. But there you have it. Two freshwater rod and reel setups. One bait cast, one spinning. I do have more I use. I usually bring 4 rods with me. Usually 2 bait casters, 2 spinning. But these 2 that I just showed you are by far my favorite freshwater setups. So, hope you enjoyed this little quick review. Until next time, as always, tight lines, cheers, and see you on the water.